I'm Sally Mickley, and I work at the Orange Art Center. I'm a hand building builder with clay, and I'm going to demonstrate some things for younger children. And this is for the Orange Art Center at-home videos that will be online for everybody to look at and guide you through maybe making a couple of these things. We will also have little packages out front that you can come and pick up a little bit of clay so that you can hand build at home. And we can use things from around the house. You don't have to have any special tools or anything to make these things. So first of all, I just cut a piece of clay, and what we're going to do is make a small wall pocket that you can either hang on the wall or use by your desk or whatever. And I'm just going to cut it out into a heart. So we're going to make a heart shape. So rather than, we have rolling pins. If you have rolling pins at home, you can use that to flatten it out. If you don't, you can just use your hands. And we're just going to roll it out just a little bit. And let's see, some of these corners out. And I'm going to bring this up, flatten this out a little bit more. I'm just going to bring this up. Pinch the sides together. Very, very easy. Open this up. So you have like a little pocket. You can push this down if you'd like to. Roll this over a little bit. Now, a simple way of hanging this, if you so desire to hang it, is to use a simple straw, and I'm just going to put a little hole in the very top so that you can hang it. You can put a string through it. You see the hole, or you could just hang it on a little nail. So now you can decorate it if you'd like with several different things. This is just a pen that has a really cool top to it. So I will show you what kind of design that is, and I'm going to dip it in a little bit of powder. You don't have to. You could also use cornstarch if you have a little bit of cornstarch, or even if you have some clay that's gotten dusty, you can dip it in that. So I'm going to show you right here on the end what this makes. It makes a really cool little dot right there. So the other thing, what I'm going to do is put one on each side so it kind of matches. I went in pretty deep. And you can smooth this out any way you like. And manipulate it any way you like. If you wanted other designs in it, you could take a fork and you could just kind of go down and make little designs, little squigglies, depending on what you like. So that is one very simple thing to do. And you have a little wall pocket. I always save all my clay. Sometimes I will just make, if I have a little piece extra, I'll just take it and roll it into a ball, and then I'll pinch it down so that's gotten flatter. And this is a button, and you can find all kinds of buttons with different designs on it, and you can press it right into the clay and with a little bit of powder on it, and press it into the clay. And I want you to see the design of that. You may not be able to see it, but it's a little flower. Line it back up. It's a little flower, and then if you wanted to use this as a little pendant, I've taken a coffee stirrer, which is also a straw, and it has a smaller hole in it so that you don't have this great big hole taking up too much of your clay, or taking too much of your clay away from your pendant. So you just take this and you push back down, and I usually twist it a little bit, and it goes right through, and you take it out, and then you have a little hole so that you can wear it as a pendant. You can put ribbon or a little piece of cord. So there's another one. Let's see, you also can use any type of cookie cutters if you have cookie cutters at home. I have some little ones and some larger ones. You can cut out certain things to make little bowls. I made a little bowl out of a butterfly cookie cutter. So again, rather than using a rolling pin, you can just press it down with your hand, flip it over. This, I have canvas down, and sometimes if you press too much, it will attach to the canvas and it has a hard time lifting up. So this is just really something simple. So you can use your fingers and you can make it rounded. You can round it out so it's more circular than square. I'm going to cut some of these corners off just to make it a little bit smoother on the edges. And then this is a piece of embroidery or whatever you have design. You can, maybe you have lace at home, you could, some type of material or something that has a design in it. And I'm just going to lay it on there. And if you don't have a roller, I'm going to use the rolling pin, but if you don't have a roller, you can just press it in and make sure that it really goes into the clay. And since it's material, that can be lifted out of the clay very, very easy. So there's my design. So now what I'd like to do is you can make a little bowl out of this. So I'm going to bring it the sides up, and I'm going to keep my design inside rather than outside. So you see what I'm doing, you're just kind of pressing with your thumbs, you're going around, and this would make a nice little teaspoon holder. If you have tea, you can put your tea bag in there. If you have a ring, you can put next to your sink and put your rings on it. And it's just a nice little design. It's not real fancy. You can make it as smooth and as you want, or you can make it as decorative if you want. You can put more designs in it. You can bring up the sides a little bit more if you want it a little deeper. You kind of pinch it together. Very, very simple. There we go. So I also have some shells here. So if you have shells around, you can use this as a decoration. I have a key, so any type of key, you could press that into your clay. If you wanted a key pendant, what I'm going to do is cut a little piece off, and I'm going to roll it out just a little bit. I'm going to roll both sides, and I'm going to roll the edges so that they're not as chunky. Then, let's see if my key will fit in there. You can do it this way or the other way. Let's do it this way, it fits a little better. So then I'm just going to press it in there. So you can look around your house and see if there's anything in the house that you would kind of like to make impression of. This will come out, and there's your key. It didn't make it very well right here, so I'm going to press that a little bit deeper. There we go. And then again, I'm going to put a little hole at the top. And you can use this all also as a pendant. A couple of things you can do with this. A lot of people have ceiling fans. If you want to put a chain on this, you could use it as a ceiling fan pull, or you could put it on a lamp or anything like that, so that you'd have a nice pull, or you could even hang it on your wall if you wanted to do something like that.